got to thinking the other day about how my dog every evening stands by the front door and waits patiently for my husband to get his harness on him and his leash on him. And generally, my younger son will go with my husband on his walks with the dog. And sometimes my son is a little bit slow getting ready. He's putting on his shoes. He has to grab a bite to eat. He wants to go use the bathroom. He wants to get his coat, whatever the case might be. But my dog always sits by the front door and just waits patiently. And he doesn't whine. He doesn't yelp. He doesn't bark. And I got to thinking last night, isn't he so well behaved? Isn't he so patient? Isn't he full of faith? My little dog. My dog is not worried about whether my son is going to be ready on his schedule, on my dog's schedule. You know, if my dog senses that he's got to go urgently and he's chomping at the bit, he doesn't stand there and hot step it in front of the door. He doesn't growl. He doesn't whine. He doesn't do anything to give the impression that he's antsy or anxious or fearful about what's to come. He knows that he's going to get to go on a walk. He knows that all he has to do is wait. And at some point in time, my husband and my son will take him on his walk. And this all started, we found out after we adopted our dog that he had an issue with going to the bathroom in the house. He had a little bit of a problem. We all have problems, and the dog had a problem. We need to give him enough time to use the bathroom. So we have decided that he needs to go on his daily walks or he goes poo-poo inside. It's the simplest and yet most profound thought and such a great lesson. My dog is never worried about whether he's going to go on a walk. He knows he's going to go on a walk. It's just a matter of time. My dog doesn't get wound up and doesn't fret and doesn't get afraid and doesn't have stirrings of frustration because he's worried about when he's going to go on his walk. He knows that he's going to get his walk. He doesn't need to be upset. He doesn't need to worry. He doesn't need to howl. He doesn't need to cry. He doesn't need to whimper. He doesn't need to bark. He doesn't need to get all wound up when he knows he's going to get to go out. But it's not going to be on his schedule. It's going to be on our schedule. Food for thought. Hope you guys are having a great week.